Oh, look at me. I'm Jad, and I'm big and scary. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Hey there everybody, my name's Qornbread and I'm going to help you get your Firecape. This is my Ironman Sploynk. Here are the stats that I did the Firecape with. You'll want 55 Slayer as an Ironman because you need broad bolts and you can only use broad bolts with 55 Slayer. With that being said, I don't want to assume everyone watching knows how to get to the fight caves, so if you don't know, here's how. And if you know how, skip. So you'll go down to the left grouping tab, select an activity, scroll down until you see the Tazar Fight Pit. Click that, teleport. Once you teleport there, you will be placed just west of where you need to go, so run east, or to the right, over here to the bank, right in front of the entrance to the fight caves. Again, these are the stats that I personally finished the fight caves with. It did take a second, so this is not for the sake of efficiency, this is for the sake of getting it done. Now, like a good Boy Scout, I came prepared with 2,000 broad bolts, proselyte helmet, Aval's accumulator, amulet of power for the bonuses, rune crossbow, red d'hide body, damaged godbook for the prayer bonus, Tier 5 Shazian legs, boots, and gloves, and a ring of recoil for the meme. Blighted super restores and blighted manta ray and anglerfish. The anglerfish is a pre-pot to overheal yourself. You use a rapid heal to make sure that red circle around your health orb stays full. Once you have the anglerfish done, you fill up your inventory with whatever food you're using, and then you run on in. In order for this strategy to work, you need to pay attention to where the blob spawns on wave 3. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. For this strategy to work best, you're going to want the southeast or the northwest corner spawn point. This strategy relies on safe spotting Jad, and that will ensure that you can get a crisp safe spot. Just to point out that since the blob spawned up here in the northwest, that is where Jad will spawn on wave 63. Over on the left is where we will be standing before Jad spawns, so he will be safe spotted before we even start the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to explain all these crazy marked tiles that you're seeing. So from waves 38 to 45 and 53 to 60, you will want to be behind these little squares. Waves 38 to 45 are the majors and the rangers, and waves 53 to 60 are all of the combat styles.
But how do you do it?
Obviously this relies on rune light, but this does work on mobile, you just won't have the marked tiles. So you'll run in before you do your attempt, and run into this little vent area, and then you'll want to mark these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles going straight north. And then that line of tiles right there is going to be how you safe spot all of the main monsters that spawn over on that side. This tile that I'm standing on is where you're going to start all of those waves. And then that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles over from that start, you'll want to mark all of those as well. And that stays right in line with that vent that's just a little bit ahead. If you treat that entire thing like one big square, you have the first tile going out from the start as your bats, so that is how you lure all of the bats that spawn. The next tile is blobs, that is how you'll lure all the blobs. And then you have ranger, meleeer, and mage. Those 6 tiles that we just marked are the safe spot for the monsters that spawn on the southeastern corner. You'll want to make sure that you start each wave with Protect from Magic on because the major hits the hardest. And then this corner in the far area is how you're going to lure all of the monsters that spawn.
Don't worry, fam, here's an example.
So this is from a previous run. This is wave 54, and as you'll notice, all of those monsters are now safe spotted because they are dragging towards trying to align with my character. And whatever monster or monsters spawn in the middle will slowly start crawling towards you, and then you just react accordingly. That is why you want to start with Protect from Magic on, because the major has a possibility of spawning right there in the middle, and you don't want to get smacked for all of your health. And from there, you just deal with the monsters one by one. All the way up to the last wave before Jad, you'll have 2 majors. The yellow one is a reminder of where Jad will spawn. I personally finish off the normal one first, and then I lure the yellow one into this little spot here, so that way whenever I'm done with it, it ensures that I am standing in the safe spot before Jad even comes to knock on my door. The same thing applies if he spawns on the southeast. You would just stand northeast and drag him, and then now he's safe spotted. I am doing this on a low-level Ironman. 68 range is really rough to deal with these fight caves. So if you have stats that look like mine or even better, and you have gear that looks better than mine, you have no excuse, brother.
No, it's Jed! He's going to kill me!
Oh my gosh, look at him. He's so scary. Oh my gosh, my hands are so wet.
Whatever am I going to do?
So bad.
In all seriousness, man, just take your time. You have him safe spotted, he can't do anything, you're not going anywhere, he's not going anywhere. Just realize Jad is a little guy. I would recommend stepping away to wash your hands. Maybe put your hand on your chest and take a couple of deep breaths and slow your heart rate a little bit before you start the fight, so that way you can stay calm. Jad can only attack you with magic or range, assuming that you are standing outside of his melee distance. On his hind legs, you protect from magic. If he slams the ground, you protect from range. You want to make sure that you only do one action at a time. Now you'll notice that he has 250 health points. At 150, 151 health, he spawns his healers.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Tactical nuke incoming! Oh, great heavens!
So during this run, I got super lucky. I tanked a hit from Jad, and as you can see, not only did I almost get clapped by Jad, but I also almost got clapped by a healer. I had 3 out of the 4 healers tagged, and I accidentally ran over, and I did not get him in time, so I have to deal with not only 1, but 2 waves of healers because Jad got to basically full health. But that's okay, we take care of the meleeers in the safe spot anyways, protect from melee, mow them all down, and then whenever your health and your prayer are back to a good level and you feel comfortable, run back out and start the whole thing all over again. Now here's what it looks like to deal with them in real time using only a rune crossbow. You tag one healer, make sure that you react to the prayer, run and tag the other one, watch the prayer. Okay, I'm good. Tag the other one, watch the prayer. Okay, I'm good. Now I have to admit I was still kind of hyped from that last blunder, so I totally missed that last healer, but that's okay. You just focus on one action at a time. And then once you have the healers all in a line with you, you just take them out in that safe spot like we did last time, except this time, they're gone for good. So long as the healers don't get Jad back up to full like they did in that last little bit, they will not spawn again, and you can just sit here and realize you are that much closer to your Firecape. Even with a couple of blunders, I still had 2 super restores left. That gave me the confidence that I needed to run out and deal with Jad and stay patient with watching and reacting. Now you'll notice that I didn't even use Eagle Eye that whole time.
That's because I was scared when Jad almost killed me and I totally forgot.
So I accidentally got the combat achievement where you basically have to tank a hit from Jad. But there you go, Firecape done. Since I am in the PvP world, I want to run to the bank because now, look at the skull, boom, red, safe spot. You don't want to lose that cape that we just worked super hard for. Now do yourself a little dance, do a little jig, check out that cheese cape on your back, and take a couple of deep breaths because that was scary. And that's it for my super inefficient guide on how to get your Firecape. I hope you enjoyed my first video. Please like and subscribe, and what guide would you like to see next?